Yes, welcome to the April 11th Ask a Holistic Cancer Coach call. Yeah, Ask a Holistic Cancer call. So, anything you hear is not medical advice, it's health advice, and that's something we know a lot about. We cannot say the words cure and things like that because the Medical Association owns that word and we get in trouble for using it. Although we have seen a lot of people come back to complete health using healthy modalities to have a better terrain, a better environment for for cancer to not thrive in and for health to thrive in. So one other thing is if it's noisy in the background, we'll mute your phone if you don't mute it yourself. And don't feel bad. You can always get back on by hitting the little microphone button in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen if you're on the computer, or if you're on the phone, just hit *6. That mutes you and unmutes you. It does both things. And with that, we'll get started. We've been just talking about the eclipse. I had some technical difficulties getting on, so we're starting just a little bit late. I apologize about that. They weren't actually fixed. I'm on as a guest, so I'm the guest today. So with that, do we have any questions? We have some callers on. One from Far Rockaway, New York, and another one with an area code that I do not recognize where it's from, a 973 area code.
That's Forest.
Oh, that's Forest.
Yeah.
You know that number.
Yeah, the 6246 always stands out to me. And a quick aside, just for Forrest, if you could get in contact with either myself or Carl, we have a coach that would very much like to speak about collaborating with you specifically. She has
two people, yeah.
Oh, a few people, but
yeah.
So we could talk about that later. But yeah, if the Far Rockaway caller would like to chime in, the 929-273-1481. If you're on here with any particular question or comment or concern you'd like to share, by all means, take the mic now. And if not, we will go to another caller.
Yeah, we'll just chat amongst ourselves.
We have Linda Burns on the call as well. Linda, a wonderful woman who we met at the Annie Appleseed conference this year. Is there any question that you'd like to pose to the group this week, Linda?
Good evening. One question would be, how do I ever get on the video? Because I can't seem to get it. But I've been listening to some of the things you've all said, and I sort of have a plan now. I still have some questions. You know, there's the people that believe in the repurposed drugs, and there's the people that are doing the diet and the supplements, and so I'm trying to do all of it. So it's a little bit for me, but I really like to cover all my bases. I'm just wondering, what do you all think about the combination of all of that? Well, you know, the prescription drugs and the diet and the supplements and the coffee enema and the castor oil.
Yeah, it's a difficult question to answer, right? But as an overall answer, it's impossible to do everything, right? It's certainly never a way to do everything. And beyond that, it's certainly not necessarily a very good idea to just throw a million different things at the body at the same time. Especially when we are dealing with pharmaceuticals in any capacity, because one, they have different things that can render them inert at best, but they can also have very strong reactions with not only other pharmaceuticals when we combine them and start, combining them, but also with other more natural modalities as well. And so, again, there is potential for people to dip their feet in both pools and come out the other side healthier. I'm not here in a position to advise someone to completely throw away the pharmaceuticals. it's just an important thing to understand that they're fundamentally a bit different in the way that they operate within the body than and different from more natural modalities, and so it's hard to mesh the two. And in regards to trying everything, you'll drive yourself up the walls crazy.
Yes.
It's a mentality that's like, I want to try everything, I want to do everything. There's no time in the day to do everything. There's no budget to do everything. and the body can only take so much at a time. So,
But Linda,
yeah, I think if you talk to most of the coaches, you're going to find that we want to get the basics in order first. Get your body into a good state naturally, and if you are to introduce off-label drugs, I guess you're speaking of Jane McClelland.
Yes.
She's kind of the queen of that.
Yes.
And we've heard good things about like ivermectin and for certain cancers and that.
And bendazole.
Yeah. So things. I'm saying ivermectin because at worst it's not going to hurt you. There's not a whole lot of side effects. But I don't know what cancers that's good for. Anyway, I would say the best thing to do is get your house in order first, and then if you're going to introduce things, you might want to introduce things one at a time, so you know if you have pros or cons for that. If you do everything all at once, you don't know what's giving you the pros and what's giving you the cons, or both.
That's true. Yeah, because I'm taking. I don't like prescription medication, but I'm taking atorvastatin, and I was taking 10. They wanted me to do 20. Now they want me to do 40.
Yes.
And you can't take CoQ10 with it because antioxidants render it obsolete. So.
Yeah, statins are pretty evil, actually. So I would.
Yes. Which one? Yeah.
I have a question for Linda. You said that you're taking atorvastatin. What is that, like a statin?
No. Atorvastatin. Yeah.
Okay, that's for the cholesterol, right?
Yeah, right. It's the repurposed idea, right?
For cancer.
Yes.
Okay. What kind? May I ask what kind of cancer are you talking about?
Lung
cancer? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it all depends on by individuality again. It comes to what your body needs and how can you approach it. The only thing that I always tell people to remember, our body is the #1 pharmaceutical company out there that exists because it creates naturally what our body needs at the moment to hold us like basically alive and keep everything balanced. Only our body can do those things. So I'm hearing echo.
Yeah, there was one person that was making some noise. I muted that one, but there's something coming from something else too. Is that
Okay.
your own microphone?
My own microphone? I don't think so.
Yep.
I don't hear anything.
I don't hear it anymore.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, it all comes to by individuality. The way you think that is the best approach for you and your body, you always have to pay attention to the way you feel. So your body will give you signals if it's working for you or not working for you. So those signals that you have to pay attention. Or if you're getting better, or if you're stuck in the spot, or if you're getting worse. And as Carl said, like if you want to introduce the things to your body, you have to do it one at a time.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. And a week apart, something like that, because it might, the creation, mixing of different supplements could cause like a certain reaction in the body. Supplements with medication could cause reactions. So at least you would know when you introduce something new, what kind of side effect you have from them. Yeah.
Right. I could go back and redo it. Yes.
Yeah.
And I do understand the combination of taking prescription drugs and doing the natural things, and then there could be some connection there that would render one or the other one
Right. Contraindication.
Right. So, yeah, I guess I was just trying to, exactly right. I was trying to throw everything at it that I could.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, it's a natural response.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
before everything, that's another thing. Like when you introduce a lot of things to your body could go under stress. You might not realize that you are under stress, but your physical body would go under stress by trying to kind of intake everything that you introduce into your body. You know, and you don't want to create the stress. You got to stay out of the stress.
That's true.
That's another way of looking at it too.
So I'm sure you've talked about this before, right? One of the things that you do at the beginning of when you're doing this is detox, right?
Yes.
Okay, so detox, maybe you've already spoken about it. I only came in the last few weeks. What are you all doing with that? Are you doing colonics? Are you doing...
The first step is probably fasting.
Fasting, yeah.
Yeah, that's
fasting and hydration. Those are the two.
Fasting, how often? Once a week? 2 days? 3 days? What are we talking about? Like,
it all depends on a person.
on the person.
Yeah. Some people can handle 1 day only. Some people can handle 3. Some people can handle 5, 10. It depends on the person. So the fasting is the best way, and you still have to know when you fast, in the fasting proper way, not to have the circulated toxins in your system. That's another way. Also paying attention, and it's not only detox. There's so many things comes before. I mean, the detox is good, but there's so many things that you have to be very aware of it, like balancing your own body when it comes to a lot of things like sleep, hydration, your digestive system. Everything has to be balanced in your body to bring your body to that balanced stage. If you're not going to be able to do that, it wouldn't matter, like, you know, how many supplements you take or medications you take. If your body is not at that stage, it's going to be hard to get to that level of optimal health, you know, where your body can fight the disease on its own.
Right.
You know, yeah. So that's what I talk a lot about, those things with my clients, like fixing the basics. You have to clean up the muddy waters. The muddy waters, like we talk about, is your sleep, your digestive, you know, your stress levels, your hydration levels, your mindset. All of those things, it's a basics of your body. It does not require any money, but it requires your attention and your dedication.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, I can see.
It sounds like you're very consumed, and that's also natural at this point. You might want to look into something that gives you joy, something you can do to relax yourself. Lately, I've been gardening. Zach's been getting an earful about my gardening adventures. But, you know, it's something I like to do. It's something that get my hands in the dirt and to get connected with nature. So if there's something that you can do to ease your mind during this time, that I think that would be well advised.
Well, I could find a lot of things. You know, I like the gardening. I like piano music. You know, I like exercise. You know, but I need to address this. Yeah, but it's a good point. You get the basics done.
Yeah.
And I'm missing some of the basics.
Yeah.
I know
don't want you to miss the joy of the day. You're here today, and it's important.
Yeah, you're right about that too. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Any questions?
The important thing, Linda, is that you are feeling confident with the changes that you're making. Document what you are doing so that you can measure the results and find out what works and what doesn't work and what you can tweak as well, and that might help you. I think the wonderful thing for you is that you've had that opportunity to look at that, or you're with your open mind at different modalities. No one thing is perfect. So you're right, trying different things is good. Just do not stress about it. Find what's right for you, feel good about the changes that you're making, and go from there. But the fact that you're trying to do complementary care with your approach is the right thing. You're using a combination of resources, and yet it looks to me like you're looking at different things and you've gone to the correct sources. And a good start is being here and finding information. And different people have different approaches. So that is what you need to do. You need to feel different, and you need to feel confident and empowered, so that you have control. And the biggest thing is to have that mindset and that positive mental attitude in how you plan what you want to do, whether it be stress reduction, diet, exercise. And there's also, I like what Carl was mentioning about joy. It is important to find love in your life and to just enjoy living in what you do. I know one thing I do is I do a lot of ceramics and a lot of painting on dry mud and various sundry things, and nature walks and things like that, because these are things where your mind is so focused on everything else, or especially on when you're doing crafts or whatever, that all the worries go away and the tension goes away. The biggest thing is you want to be able to find that balance so that the parasympathetic nervous system is actually working and decreasing that stress. So it's using all those happy hormones to get you focused and to help eliminate that stress. That is important, to eliminate the stress, but you're doing many things and you're taking corrective action. So document it, find out what's right for you, and keep asking us questions.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, because you're right. I mean, I think it's it's a job. This is a job. It's a full-time job, and what I've seen lately is I've forgotten to take time to just enjoy. I do tune out. I do this. I don't know if you heard of this Joe Dispenza guy. I do that, and I just tune out of this world. So I do that, and I do hypnosis, but I don't sometimes have time in the day. And I know I need to do more.
Yeah, well, and I also found that even doing some Qigong or maybe some Tai Chi, Gong, Tai Chi, whatever light exercise, if you don't have time to do full exercise, just starting is the first step. The first step is doing something about it. And using that balance and bringing balance into your life, because that is a big step, because you're implementing healthy changes is a choice and a commitment you make for your well-being. And it sounds to me like this is a choice that you've made, and feel good about it. Feel good about it.
Yes, balance. Yes, I take that with me today. Yes, more balance. Thank you.
So it looks like we have a couple other calls on. I think Tracy Evans, are you a coach or are you here as a guest?
Yeah, this is Tracy Evans. I'm just listening, getting information.
Hopefully we have something for you to hear.
Yeah. Well, right now, I just had chemo. I have multiple myeloma, bone cancer. So I'm just coming home. I did my full dose of chemo. Then they reimplanted my my bone marrow back into my body. So right now, I'm just waiting on my white blood cells to start adding up to heal my body. So I'm just getting home 2 days out. I'm coming home from Sloan Kettering Cancer Institute, and that's it. I was told about this podcast, and I said, let me listen in and see what I can find out.
Yeah, thank you so much for calling. I'm not a coach, but maybe one of the coaches might have something that's beneficial to you with bone cancer, multiple myeloma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And,
repeat that. I'm sorry, I didn't.
I'm actually working with. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm actually working with someone with a multiple myeloma right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Was that like your primary cancer, or did you have any other cancers before?
No. What happened is I've been suffering with degenerative arthritis. I had double knee replacements and stuff like that. And what happened was I was getting ready to have back surgery, and because my blood count was 6.5 and it needed to be over 10, they sent me to a blood, to give me iron. And Dr. Canavan, he gave me enough iron he said to bring me over 10, and it only took me up to 9. So he was concerned. So he got in touch with my insurance, and he said he's going to reach out to them and see would they approve me for a bone marrow, a bone marrow biopsy. So I thought it would be about 2 or 3 weeks. It only took 2 days. So once they did that, then I was told that I did have multiple myeloma. It was 50% of my body, and I had started in October treatment and stuff. So then once I finished my treatment with them, I went over to Sloan Kettering in New York, because I guess there's no place in New Jersey that deal with really multiple myeloma. So so that's why I was in New York, and they did what they did, as far as the pulling my stem cells, and then I might be saying it wrong. and they harvest them, and then they like strip them clean, and then they gave me a heavy dose of chemo, and then after the chemo, then they reinserted my stems back into me. So now it's like a waiting process of my white cells building back up and healing my body. So I'll go back to the doctor tomorrow for follow-up.
Are you, beside like a conventional treatment, are you doing any others, like dietary changes or
No, it's all new to me. I mean, I haven't really done it. I don't have an appetite, which I have to force myself to eat. Everything stinks to me. Everything just smells awkward. So it's like I'm trying to get an appetite, force myself to eat, because if I miss one day, I just slip back, and I know I can't, and I can't keep slipping back, because it takes me harder to rejuvenate and get back on track. So
I see.
At least make sure I eat 1 meal a day.
Yeah. The best would be for you to work with someone who can guide you, because you need a lot of dietary changes.
Yes.
With your treatments to help you at least to be, more energized for your body, to build the immune system, to be able to fight the cancer.
Yes. Yes.
It would be best thing to do to work with someone to guide you through from the beginning until you finish. Because
yes, because I know they're gonna. I guess I'll find out tomorrow who would be my nutritionist, because they said they're gonna set me up with a nutritionist to get me on track, because I'm just like, I'm good if I eat 1 meal a day, and I have to force myself to eat, because I'm just not eating or drinking like I am supposed to.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be best to work with someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the multiple myeloma was the only cancer that I was diagnosed with. No other cancer.
Yeah. You just have to keep in mind, like for multiple myeloma, your body has to make a new cells, and the new cells get produced in the bone marrow, and for that, you what kind of food it would be best for you, for your body to make new cells. So that's one of the things that you can talk to your nutrition coach or doctor to help you with the dietary changes. And then, of course, focusing on your relaxing time, your sleep time, which is very important, hydration. Even though, like, pushing fluid would be the best thing right now, even though if you don't have appetite, at least try to push some fluid to detox from all the chemotherapy, toxicity. You don't want to keep them in your body, in your liver to circulate. So drinking plenty of water. Can add a little lemon to your water to be able to, to drink more fluid. Lemon is going to help you too.
Because the water is going to make you nauseous and stuff like that.
Adding lemon, adding ginger to your water would help you with, ginger will help you with nausea a lot and stomach discomfort. So drinking ginger tea, those things like trying to drink as much as you can to eliminate the toxins from your body. That is that's very important. And then working with someone who can build a dietary plan for you, where you can go on a proper diet, like raising your white blood cells, red blood cells by consuming nutrients and food. Naturally, because that's the best way you can help your body to recover faster.
Yes. Because I'm getting enough rest because I sleep all day, all night. That's all I can do is sleep. Because, I don't really have the energy to do much. But I'm drinking and Ensure. I'm trying, like I said, I am trying to force myself to do the necessary things so I don't slip backwards.
Right. Stay away from processed food. Stay away from packaged food. Stay away from anything that comes. Stay away from carbohydrates. That's another thing that I would want to add. Any form of carbohydrate would make cancer worse. It would spike your blood sugar levels. Even though if you're not diabetic, it would still spike your blood sugar. So staying away from carbohydrates. I would suggest sugar, dairy. All of those things could spike your cancer. You would want to stay away from them. Keep them away.
Yes, because I noticed that when I had some ice cream, that it made my saliva thick and foamy. So it was just like definitely wasn't agreeing to me. So I was
you cannot have sugar, especially during cancer. Cancer just loves sugar, and if you introducing sugar, then cancer is just going to keep growing. You have to be very wise about it and stay away from any form of carbohydrates and sugars, any form of like white bread, potatoes, any of those things that you have to stay. It's better to eat vegetables and some animal product without any form of rice or anything. So, you have to work with someone who can guide you right. Because if you're not going to add that part to your healing process, changing your diet, your lifestyle, eliminating toxins around you, it's going to be a hard journey for you to recover.
Yes.
Now,
thank you.
Tracy, I had a question for you too. Are you using an integrative oncologist at all, or homeopath, or anyone? Are you working with anyone?
Am I working with anyone? Right. Well, I guess when I go back tomorrow, they said that they're going to schedule me to meet with a nutritionist to help me see what, get on the right path as far as what to eat and stuff like that. Because I'm just really just coming home I just came home Monday. Okay. So, and I go back tomorrow.
The reason why I'm asking you about an integrative oncologist is that you might find that a homeopath, a naturopath, or an integrative oncologist might be able to talk to your physicians about monoclonal antibodies as well, and something like that may help. And also, I'm thinking that you're mentioning that you don't have a lot of appetite, and you're often nauseated. It's really important that you maintain being nutritively strong for your within the cells. And the easiest way to do that is to try juicing, okay, with fruits, vegetables, and getting a masticating juicer and actually try some juicing, because it's easily absorbed into your system. It's really good for your microbiome. And it's really helps build your immune system. You want to do things that are going to boost your immune system.
Yeah, and and one thing is, like, when we talk about juicing, that doesn't mean you got to bring an orange and juice tons of oranges. So you have to understand, like, eliminating sweets means everything, including fruit sweets. So you can use berries, that's fine, but adding like sweetness to your juice, it's going to be also too much for you. And then when you work with nutrition, even in the hospital, because hospitals, they do have their own policies when it comes to nutrition, they might not be giving you the information, for example, one of us would give you, when it comes to nutrition, because they have their own policies, like, when it comes to nutrition also. But we look more deeper into the nutrition than the hospital employee would. So if you can find someone else on the side to help you out, that would be the best advice that we can give you. And when it comes to juicing, try to juice, like, it would be better for you to juice cucumber, plain cucumber, and then maybe add ginger and lemon to that than adding anything sweet, So,
yeah, ginger is great.
Yeah, ginger is very good.
I add ginger and cinnamon and lemon, and if I'm going to have any kind of fruit, I try like maybe blueberries, things that are small but have a lot of antioxidants that are good. Something also to help your nausea.
Sauerkraut is another one. Sauerkraut is great for nausea and discomfort, and it would increase your appetite.
And also the bromiums in pineapple. You might find that some mushed pineapple might be easier for you to tolerate, but it has to be natural, not canned. Okay, the real thing.
Yes.
Whole food. Okay, whole foods. Nothing canned. Nothing processed.
Yeah.
No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question. Since you brought up masticating juicers, I have a Vitamix, but it's a pain. It doesn't separate the fiber from the vegetable, so you have to. I bought a nut mesh or something, and I have to squeeze it to get the liquid out. So Linda, what do you use?
Yeah, Linda, you know what? If you don't have a juicer, Vitamix is a mixer, juicer is a juicer. It's two different, like, kitchen stuff. So if you cannot juice, you're gonna be very well if you go with the smoothies. You don't have to squeeze the juice out of it. You can just drink it as a smoothie. So
the smoothie is fruit, right? I don't really want to have fruit, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, you can do whatever, like in the Vitamix, and then you can make even like a cream of vegetable soup in Vitamix and just eat it as a soup, or vegetables. It's a great source of fiber, and you can get, like, a lot out of it also from a smoothie. You don't have to waste your time. I mean, like, squeezing through the mesh bag, juice only, and drinking the juice. So
Or do you have a machine that you all like that separates it? I mean, I know that the Nama 2 is really expensive, but is
Nama
there?
is good. Look, you don't have to. You can get secondhand juicer. Any juicer to start up with. You don't have to go crazy and buy very expensive juicer. Nama is good juicer. It's easy to maneuver and it's a great juicer, but it's expensive, like you said. But you can look at like a Facebook Marketplace. People do sell like a secondhand juices for like a 30, 40, 50 bucks.
I'm not going to get a secondhand juicer. Sorry, I'm not.
Oh, you're not. Okay.
What about a juicer that you like that's not, $500? Do you have one that separates it? That's a juicer.
The next juicer, I mean, like, I don't know price point you're looking for, but next downgrade from Nama juicer would be Omega.
Omega?
Yeah, that's about $300, $340 or some dollars. If you're looking for a decent juicer, but you can still get for $100 or $150 a juicer from Bed Bath Beyond or Walmart. So
yeah, I would say for masticating juicers, you're always looking at $300.
Right.
Masticating juicers means that masticating means you chew. So what does that mean?
No.
Which one is it?
Masticating means like the juicer. It's not centrifuge juicer. It's a masticating juicer. It has a gear inside that breaks down the fruits and vegetables and then juice them out. So that's called cold masticated juicer. So you kind of preserve more nutrients when you use masticated juicer than centrifuge juicer. With the centrifuge juicer, the preserving nutrients are not as high as the masticated juicer.
Yeah, always masticating, not the centrifuge one.
Yeah.
Vitamix is centrifuge,
Hamilton Beach makes a good one too, and you can often get them secondhand. Often.
Yeah.
Hamilton Beach, okay. Or what did you say? Omega?
Omega, yeah. Omega would be the next in line after Nama, if you want to get a decent juicer. And Omega has, like, I believe so, 15 years warranty. So if the part breaks, they will exchange it for you for no charge.
So somebody mentioned a Ninja, Nutra Ninja, or
that's a blender.
That's a blender?
That's a blender, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so the masticating thing will separate it too, or not?
That'll separate it.
Yes, it's separated.
Yeah, it will separate it, yeah.
Yeah, and I actually take the entrails so that's separated, and I put it in muffins for a little more fiber to my muffins.
It seems like a shame to throw all that out. I try to eat it, but it's
so I use it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to get a recipe for that.
It depends how much you can make a soup out of them. By the way, you can make a clean vegetable soup with them. Yeah.
That's good.
So adding like a little bit more other things and making a soup. So that's another way of using them also. Yeah.
So you also mentioned an integrative oncologist.
Yes.
Do you know of anyone that would, because I need someone to do the prescriptions, but an integrative one would be a lot better than the regular oncologist.
Absolutely. And so you can maybe ask Carl and tell him where you live, and they might be able to provide you with a list of integrative oncologists in the area.
Oh, you have a database?
I don't have a list, but cancertutor.com, they have a list of integrative oncologists and integrative doctors in general that they've vetted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What did you mention?
You could tell Reggie Black, that's the owner of that business that I had sent you. It's cancertutor.
Cancertutor.
Yeah, we might we're working behind the scenes to see if we can't get that portion of his website, that database, to transfer onto our website and then to be able to show that. But for now, it's just me telling you where to go, and if he has people for us, he tells them where to go.
Who's Reggie Black? Reggie Black is in.
He's the owner of that business.
Oh, okay. So I can check there. Okay.
Yeah.
And Healing Strong has a really good list of based on different states of integrative oncologists and naturopaths and homeopaths as well.
Yep. But we're friends with that organization too, Susie.
Huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm in Florida, so I'm not really seeing anything much here. So
There's
you
a
might be
doctor.
surprised. It could be somebody in your backyard and you just don't know it.
that's true.
There's a doctor in Florida. My goodness, what was her name? Integrative doctor. I gotta find her name.
A woman? Woman?
She's a woman, yeah.
I haven't seen any. Okay. Oh, that'd be great.
And
Yeah,
the Moffitt Cancer Center will have a list of integrative oncologists as well.
What will? Who will?
The Moffitt Cancer
Oh, Moffitt.
Yeah, Cancer Treatment Centers of America. They have integrative oncologists. But from what I heard through the background talk is that they still push chemo pretty hard there. Even though you have this whole integrative team there, you can get both sides of care. They still push the chemo pretty hard.
And you're absolutely right about the I think I don't know her name, but she was talking about the nutritionist at the hospital. It's unbelievable what they tell you to take. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
They have no clue.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
You have to.
And that's why coming here and asking questions is probably a good way to go, and just double check and ask everybody our experience in working with different things, because that's how you really learn and find out what is probably the right thing for you.
Yeah, they tell you that Boost is okay during cancer, and that's.
They tell you that what's okay?
Boost. It's a drink. It's supposed to be a protein vitamin drink. It's
Ensure, like Ensure. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They have so much sugar in it. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, and in the office they have candy. They have candy in the office. A cancer office has candy. Yeah.
Yeah, can I put the name of the doctor in the chat, Carl? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I think
Linda, the doctor's name is Shirley Zelenovsky in Florida.
With a Z?
It's with a Z, Shirley. I'll put the name in the chat so you can.
Okay.
Good.
Was Zach, real quick, Megan Hanley from the Whole Health Center. Do you see her?
You would have to.
She's a nurse practitioner, but they might have somebody that can help there too.
You should Google her up. I don't know her address, but you can Google her up. She can help with the prescriptions, I believe so, and other things, And I know price point, she's not that expensive, so.
And she's not in Florida, right? She's somewhere else.
She's in Florida. No, she's in Florida. I don't know where in Florida, but she's in Florida.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
What was the question about them, Paul?
Never mind, they're in Texas.
Yeah, they are in Texas, Houston. Whole Health.
I thought they were in Florida. It's because I met them in Florida, so I'm thinking they're in Florida.
She's a nutritionist, right? Megan, whatever. Isn't she a nutritionist?
No, she's actually a nurse practitioner, but but she had very, very on point questions during this during the presentations. I figured there's somebody maybe at their practice that could help.
I see.
But they were in Texas, so it doesn't matter.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. I just wanted to say that I was going through cancer, and I noticed, when I go to the doctor, they always check your blood, and I didn't know what for, so I had to learn. And I take a lot of wheatgrass, and they always say to me, your blood work has always been so good. We never had to stop the procedure with you. And I realized if your blood work is not good, they will stop some of the procedure and medicine that they give you. So they said, they even told me at one time, said, you're at the top 1% of the hospital. I didn't know what they meant. I'm like, well, what do you mean? They said, of all the patients that we have, you're at the top 1% because of your blood work. And I credit it towards the wheatgrass and all the things that I'm learning. And, I tell people, when they have, cancer, they should take wheatgrass. And also, I learned a lot of stuff like when I used to do the chemo, I was told that I should fast before I do the chemo because when I did the chemo and didn't fast, I would feel bad. But when I fast, I noticed the chemo didn't affect me at all. So I usually pass that on to other people too. I said, well, if you're going to do chemo, try to fast. And I heard a lady spoke that when she did chemo, her mouth tastes terrible and she feels nauseous. And that's the time when your body needs to fast to clean all that out. And then you won't feel nauseous because when I didn't do the fasting, I noticed that I felt nauseous. I had to drink a lot of water to help get rid of that, nauseousness. I just drank plain water, and I tell people, who have cancer, I said, listen, you got to drink plain water. You can have nothing with sugar in it, and you will feel the difference, and I've been taking wheatgrass for a while, and the company I get it from, they were telling me they want me to be a distributor. And I'm like, well, why? They said, because you know so much about wheatgrass, and we've been getting a lot of referrals from you. I'm like, oh, okay. So it is a journey, and the lady was talking about the juicer. I think you should definitely go look for a secondhand one just to see what's available because a lot of people don't even use it. A masticating juicer is just squeezing the juice out, not, it's not centrifugal. So, I help a lot of other people as well as myself, and I learn a lot from other people, and they tell me their testimonials, what, the doctors and stuff say, was going on them. They say, oh, yeah, the doctor said since I took the wheatgrass, my blood has gotten a lot better. I'm like, good. I said, well, pass it on to other people that because we need to help each other,
New York, we agree with you on the wheatgrass, and also we support you in fasting along with the chemo there.
Yeah. And we got your story a week or so ago and took down your company and everything. So thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you for bringing it up again.
And also, what's your take on? I'm sorry.
What kind of wheatgrass do you take?
You can take any form. There's some better than the other, as long as you take it, because it's very potent. And
right.
I help other people out, and because people need help,
Because I've been wanting to get wheatgrass, didn't know which one. So, I mean, they're not. Can't
they're
be
all good.
Yeah,
they're all good. Fresh. The fresh one is better than the powder or the pills or anything like that. I take spirulina, coralina. There's a lot you can do. And, I usually help people out, guide them through. And I'd like to know, what's your take on ACT?
SCFT?
Yes.
We've heard good things. I don't know anybody personally that's healed from cancer taking SCFT, but I don't think that it's something that could hurt. But maybe I'm not a coach, so maybe one of the coaches can.
I know. I was taking SCFT. SCFT is a very strong tea. You just have to get from the right source. There's a lot out there right now. You just have to need to know where to get a real SCFT. You have to find their own website.
Right. I've noticed there's different companies that make it, and I'm like, well, let me just look around because I know it's supposed to be good. I even seen it in GNC at one time, which I was kind of shocked. I'm like, well, I don't know if that's
probably not
a good source from GNC.
Yeah. But again, you know, if one thing works for one person, that doesn't mean it's going to work for other people. It's always good to work with someone who can help you out to, you know, to kind of get to know your case better and help you with what you need, you for your own body. Because we hear like there's so many stuff out there, it's just impossible to implement all of them in your life and in your, you know, cancer journey. It's just literally impossible. So that's why.
Yeah, I agree.
Whatever is best for you, it's always good to work with someone who either integrative oncologist or cancer coach who can help you to put this like particular protocol together that would work for your own body. Like I do have a couple of clients who cannot even like tolerate anything in raw form. You know, we're talking about barley, we're talking about wheatgrass and other things. They cannot even tolerate, their digestive is not strong enough to tolerate those things. So you always have to know what's good for you. Yeah, people have to not just jump around because someone else is taking and I'm going to take it, it's going to help me too. It doesn't work that way.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree, because when I got into the wheatgrass, I used to go to the store and get it, but half the time it would make me feel nauseous.
Yes.
And I found out the reason why you feel nauseous because sometimes when they overwater it in the stores and it doesn't drain properly, it creates mold.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, some people cannot take smoothies. Yeah, some people cannot take smoothies. Some people cannot drink juices. It makes them bloated. It makes them very uncomfortable, cause more pain. You know, you always have to play with those things because all of those signs is a sign of the body that is not working. You know, the body is not accepting it. You know, any of those signs, the body is not accepting it. You have to learn and see what works for you. Because like when we eat, we should not experience bloating, we should not experience pain, we should not experience any of those things. So that means the digestive is working right, the process is clean, nutrition absorption is right. But if you don't experience, if you have a discomfort and any of those things, then probably it's not for you. You know, it's the same thing with fenbendazole.
Right, yeah.
A lot of people will talk about ivermectin and fenbendazole. Does it work on everyone? No, it does not. So you will literally have to work with someone who can help you out in that path.
Right, because I agree with you guys with the soups. Like I usually do a lot of raw soup. Sometimes I take a cucumber and I just eat it by itself, or I'll blend it up and season it up a little, and I have no problems. You know, I pass it on to other people. I says, you know, make a raw soup. How do you make a raw soup? So I just show them how, look it up, YouTube it. You know, it's very easy. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I agree with you guys totally. You got to try different things. You got to try more than one thing most of the time.
Right.
Depending on your diagnosis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Finding what's right for you. Right. And being patient with yourself.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry, I have to kind of be the bad guy here. We're eight after the hour, and we gotta get on another call.
Yeah, we gotta go on another call.
So I'm sorry I got on a little bit late. That was my bad. I was having technical difficulties. I'm still having technical difficulties. And but if you have any questions that did not get answered, please email us at support@beatcancer.org. That's support@beatcancer.org, and we will forward those on to the coaches, and certainly we'll see you here next week. Thank you so much.
Join us next week, yeah.
Okay, bye.
All right, thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Take care. See you coaches on the next one.
Bye.